welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat. I am Pastor Pat, the pastor of St. John's UCC in Weldon Springs, Missouri. This is my weekly video blog on what I'm thinking on Thursday as we're approaching Sunday morning worship. This coming Sunday is Palm Sunday. Holy Week is finally here or close to here, and we will celebrate Sunday with children's choir. We will have the children's procession. We will have palm branches that we will be waving like crazy, and we will be joined for the second year in a row by a live donkey to represent the donkey that Jesus rode into Jerusalem on. I'm not going to ride the donkey. Don't know if anybody will or should, but we will have a live donkey as our very special guest on Sunday morning. So hope you can join us for that. And here's what I'm thinking, not just about Palm Sunday, but next week, big week. Lots of things going on. Some call Sunday, instead of calling it Palm Sunday, they may call it Passion Sunday, where they commemorate not just Palm Sunday, the triumphant entry, but the entire passion of Christ that whole week, up to, but not quite including the resurrection, up through the actual burial. So I kind of wanted to take this opportunity just to kind of walk you through the events of Passion Week, which is next week. And as I walk through the events of Passion Week, as far as the Bible is concerned, I'm also going to kind of remind you of some of the things that we will be doing here at St. John's next week as well. So you're not caught unaware of the many opportunities and ways to celebrate Passion Week and Easter next week. So Sunday, of course, like I talked about, is Palm Sunday, commemorating Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem. Besides the triumphant entry, where people are shouting, Hosanna, save us, and waving palm branches, putting their cloaks on the ground. Not a lot happens on Sunday of Passion Week, other than Jesus returns to Bethany, most likely to the home of Lazarus, Mary, and Martha. On Monday of Holy Week, Passion Week, Jesus curses a fig tree and then goes into the temple, sees all the money changers and the corruption that's going on in the temple, and he clears it out. He cleanses the temple. On Tuesday, the disciples find the fig tree that Jesus has cursed has now withered. Jesus returns to the temple, which he had cleared just the day before, and he pronounces woe upon all of the Pharisees and the Sadducees and all the members of the Sanhedrin, all the scribes, all the religious leaders of the time. Then Wednesday of Passion Week, that is the day, not a lot happens on Wednesday of Passion Week that we know of, that's recorded in the Bible. All that we know that happens on Wednesday is that Judas and the Sanhedrin meet and make plans to have Jesus arrested. On Wednesday next week, in the evening, we will have our final Lenten study on forgiveness. And so if you've been with us during that, please join us for that. You won't want to miss it as we wrap up. And if you haven't come yet, please go ahead, come in, have dinner with us at 6 o'clock, and at least hear that last session of our Lenten study on forgiveness. Thursday, also known as Maundy Thursday, and the reason it's called Maundy Thursday is because that's Latin for mandate. And it was on Maundy Thursday that Jesus gave the mandate that we are to love one another. Most of the events on Thursday that we know of happen in the upper room on the Mount of Olives. And it is in that room, Jesus had his last meal with his disciples, gives them the mandate to love one another. He washes their feet. Judas leaves that night to go betray Jesus. Jesus prays in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he's arrested. And we will have a Maundy Thursday service on Thursday at 7 o'clock, commemorating all the events of that Thursday night, including having celebrating the Lord's Supper that night. We will also hear many monologues, including some of the disciples sitting around the table with Jesus that night. And also, we will also not just do Maundy Thursday, but it also will be kind of a Good Friday service as well, too, because we'll hear monologues about some of the events that happen on Good Friday as well. That's 7 o'clock. Please join us for that. It'll be a very candlelit, emotional, it'll be somber, but it'll be very emotional and very resonating with everybody. Very unique service that night. So please join us for that. And then Friday of Passion Week, that is the day that first, when dawn breaks, Peter denies Jesus for the third time, and the cock crows. Jesus appears, goes through his trials. Jesus appears before Annas, the Sanhedrin, Pilate, King Herod. He's beaten. Barabbas is released instead of Jesus. The crowd shouts, "Crucify him." They place a crown of thorns upon his head. He carries his cross to Golgotha. He is crucified. And then he's crucified around 9 a.m. And then around noon, darkness descends all over Jerusalem. And around 3, and that darkness lasts from noon to 3. Then at 3 o'clock, Jesus breathes his last, and then he is buried. And to commemorate Good Friday, we're doing the same thing we did last year that went over really well, and a lot of people did not get an opportunity to partake in it. We're going to have the sanctuary will be open from noon to 3 on Good Friday, and that time is to commemorate the time that darkness settled over the land in Jerusalem when Jesus was on the cross. And come anytime between noon to 3, and the sanctuary will be open, and we will have prayer stations to walk through quietly, and they're very reflective. There's readings, there's prayers, there's little activities to do while you pray, and then you move your way around the sanctuary. The people who did this last year really enjoyed it. I'm really glad we did it, and it went over so well. We're going to do it again this year as well. So if you did it last year, please come again, because I'm sure you probably forgot a lot of the things, and hopefully they'll have even more meaning. And if you didn't come last year, please try to come again. That's Good Friday. Then Holy Saturday is not a lot happens on Holy Saturday as far as what the Bible tells us. All we know is that the tomb was sealed. And on Saturday, oftentimes it's called Easter Vigil. But there's a lot of you may be hearing this and saying, well, I work on Friday. I'm not going to be able to come in for the prayer stations. Well, we will also have from noon to 3, the sanctuary will be open on Saturday as well for people who would like to come in and go through the prayer stations that Saturday as well. Then Easter morning, of course, is the glorious resurrection at dawn. The women came to the tomb and they found it empty. And so we will have 2 worship services on Easter. At 8 a.m., we will have an outdoor worship service, weather permitting, of course, because Easter's so late this year, we're really counting on nice weather to be outside. And we'll have a great worship service. Then at 9 a.m., we will have a brunch. If you have not signed up for it, please either sign up. If you're not going to be in worship this coming Sunday, you can always call the church and let us know to sign you up. If you forget to sign up, just between you and me, we'll probably have plenty of food. But we'll have Easter brunch at 9 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, we will have our second worship service, which will be more of our traditional worship service in the sanctuary. And so if you come to the 8 o'clock service, stay late for the brunch. If you're planning on coming to the 10 a.m. worship service, come a little early and join us for brunch that morning as well. And then and then after the second service, around 11 o'clock, we will have an Easter egg hunt for the children as well. So if you're trying to decide on which service your family should attend, keep that in mind, that there will be an Easter egg hunt for the children following worship. So that's it. Lots going on. I didn't even mention that the week after Easter will be Holy Humor Sunday. You're going to be hearing more about that and how to prepare for that. That was a blast last year. I'm looking forward to doing it again. What are you looking forward the most? Comment below. What are you looking forward most this during Holy Week? It could be one of the services or events that we're offering. It could be just a tradition that you do during Holy Week or on Easter that you're looking for. But comment below. What are you really looking forward to during Holy Week and or Easter? Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends so others can see it and hear about the various activities and ministries we're offering at St. John's. But I've got to go now, so you take care and God bless. Bye-bye.